she got free, the king back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, hit before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front to back, they yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the brick. Talk about, now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I caught the chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time, they ain't I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back, they yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do when you show up on the scene? 1 2 drew on you and your friend and play a little 2 on 2. If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I gotta get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another sucker to flex. Show him this ain't the squad or a sucker to test. Pimp, but too large and we way too fresh. Work well with. They quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back, they yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back, they yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Oh!
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today we continue on with John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Weekend, and we have got a good one in store, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Visitor sideline, Bills head coach Sean McDermott. His guys made a statement last week, winning in blowout fashion. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Kicker Chris Boswell has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And he won't quite make it to the 25. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And prior to last season, his team asked him to put everyone on his back and carry them to success, and he did exactly that. Now, at this point in his career, all he cares about is postseason success and finding a way to get his team to a Super Bowl.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. This defense for the Steelers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On play action, Allen. A quick throw there is incomplete. You look at the Steeler defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. A good good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. First and 10 at the 40-yard line. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of catches, 101 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage is not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. T.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
You called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Rodgers now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
You look at this Buffalo defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for us, Steelers. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Now run straight ahead to Warren. It's a pretty strong run there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line.
On a give, it's Warren. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 26. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And able to work his way down to the 16. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Second and inches at the Bills' 16-yard line.
Handoff for Warren. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Here's Warren. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. We'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you know fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And this is how you answer a touchdown at the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's good for the Bills. First down. A 4-yard pickup on the play.
Here's Allen to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
after one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it second down and 12. Throwing now is Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And the Bills are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
That's another Bills. First down.
Allen going to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up second and goal. To throw, it's Allen. Now a run here. The pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. 2 straight sacks have them backed up now for a 3rd and goal. Now Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's been one of the most consistent pieces of their offense all year long, no doubt. Shouldn't be much of a surprise then to see him among the league leaders in rushing here late in the season. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the run, it's Warren. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Steelers at 7-4 on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Oh, now a running play here with Smith. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Warren. He had to
fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Throw left side complete. That's Warren. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now Rodgers. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down. Give up the middle to Johnson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing is Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Warren. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And in for the Steelers touchdown. And Freiermuth with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are able to add on to that lead. Boswell for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now Allen. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Now he's free at the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Romeo Doubs, 65 yards. And the Bills have got it back to within a score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Scoring summary. 3-play drive.
And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Completes it to Austin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
Austin is there and brings in another one.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw. They'll find Metcalf. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And this is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now Rodgers. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
3rd and 3.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good. And this will stay a 4-point game. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48.
Coleman, the man in motion left. Allen. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
3rd and 11.
And the slot man goes in motion left. To the air. Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Coleman. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. Allen going to go on 4th down.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime
Our
report.
look around the NFL starts now. At Northwest Stadium in Landover, the Commanders at home to take on the Denver Broncos. And this is the second-year man, Luke McCaffrey. They'll get it out to him left side, and then he'll take it the rest of the way. 69 yards for the touchdown catch. The Commanders win their fourth straight as they get the victory here. From there, let's go up to the Pacific Northwest, Seattle. Let's look in on the Seahawks as they play host to the Minnesota Vikings. And it's the man back for a second tour with the Vikings, a fan favorite, Adam Thielen. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. Make it a 70-yard touchdown grab. Lastly, let's go to Nashville. It's the Titans hosting the Jacksonville Jags. And it's Tony Pollard. He covers a lot of ground here. 23 yards, touchdown. The Titans find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. Here are the rest of the scores from a busy Week 13. All 32 teams in action over the course of this Thanksgiving weekend. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys will lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
To throw is Rodgers. That's caught right side. It's Warren. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half is theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
On play action, Allen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Diggs in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, headed back onto the field. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, pass caught by Warren. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now run the Warren. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, partner, they've used it quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Warren is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Warren again. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jaylen Warren. That's his 18th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers add 6 to their lead. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Bills 10. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on them as they stop him for no gain. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
13 yards on the play. And the Bills first down.
Now Allen off the bootleg. Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are back within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll try to run it here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. You know, we've discussed this before. We've seen it at practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Able to slither by. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Here's Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Coleman. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Avoids him at the 40. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they're not
going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Now 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Allen. He's able to get it to Coleman. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Touchdown, Bills! James Cook, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have taken a 4th quarter lead. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. He's got a rushing touchdown in the game already as you check to see where he is ranked in rushing TDs coming into the weekend. On play action, now Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Up the middle they go. Warren. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
319.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Rodgers. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He'll try to pick it up. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Now this is through an opening, and there he goes. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And the big boy
is up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bills will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Looking to put a drive together. Rodgers now to throw. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. T.J. Sanders able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 17. Going from Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Going from Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Allen going to throw. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On play action, Allen.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Rodgers to throw. Now a
desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Going up top for Miller. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Bills force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. To throw is Allen. They got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A give. This is Cook. And he will have a Bills first down, and that should be that. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the